mainstream teachers, historians, and just about any of the zombies that still believe in the history that they were forced fed at school, they will tell you that these shapes of petroglyphs of a figure with outstretched arms and legs, they will tell us that this is a scene from the darkest embers of history, when primitive man was out in the open, and an artistic mind from these primitive people decided to take an ancient snapshot. He done this by etching the people onto rock at specific locations all around the world, where there are caves and mountains always present, and facing a northerly direction. This is a safe blinder to observe the synchrotron event. Think not that this was people running around in squatting positions with their arms waving about, but instead consider the greatest secret about our civilization that is staring us straight in the face. Responsible for mythological narratives, responsible for religious control, the stories of Thor, Krishna, Christ and Atlas are intertwined with the perception that had taken place with the creation of these petroglyphs. Petroglyphs. These are ancient rock carvings that are found worldwide, and they offer a fascinating glimpse into the minds and beliefs of early human civilizations. These carvings often depict celestial events, animals, human figures, and geometric shapes, as some would have us believe. Among the most enigmatic of these carvings is the Squatter Man petroglyph. This is an apparent humanoid figure with exaggerated arms, legs, and other features etched into rock surfaces across multiple continents. The consistency of the Squatter Man's design, despite its presence in many different cultures, has long puzzled archaeologists and historians. And then Anthony Peratt came along. Anthony Peratt is a plasma physicist who specialises in plasma physics and electromagnetism. He proposed a groundbreaking hypothesis that these petroglyphs are not mere abstractions or stylised humans, but visual records of a cosmic plasma phenomena visible in the sky to ancient people. The Squatter Man figure typically features a central humanoid body with arms and legs bent outward in an exaggerated pose, often accompanied by concentric circles, spirals, or radiating lines. Found on rock surfaces from North America to Europe, Asia and Australia, its ubiquity suggests a shared experience among human beings. Traditional interpretations labelled these figures as representations of shamic rituals, gods, or symbolic anthropomorphic beings. However, Peratt's interpretation challenges these views by linking the figure to a universal phenomena, a physical phenomena, a toroidal plasma instability. Anthony Peratt's hypothesis originates from his expertise in plasma physics. Plasma, the fourth state of matter, consists of charged particles that interact strongly with electromagnetic fields. In laboratory conditions, plasma can form complex patterns when exposed to high energy electric and magnetic fields. Anthony Peratt noticed that certain plasma formations observed in high energy experiments bore a striking resemblance to the Squatter Man petroglyph and other ancient symbols. Dr. Peratt proposed that these carvings are visual representations of a toroidal field or a plasma instability event, specifically a high energy Birkeland current that manifested in Earth's sky during prehistoric times. These plasma events, visible to the naked eye due to their intense luminosity, would have appeared as colossal dynamic structures in the upper atmosphere, similar to auroras but on a much grander and more energetic scale. This hypothesis ties into broader themes of comparative mythology and archaeoastronomy. He suggested that the Squatter Man is one aspect of a larger plasma event associated with the winged sun disk, which is also a recurring motif in many ancient cultures. The winged sun disk, revered in Mesopotamia, Egypt, and many other ancient cultures. This may represent a highly energetic celestial event connected to Earth's very distant past. Some proponents of plasma cosmology and Saturnian mythology argue that this motif symbolises a supernova or an intense plasma discharge event involving planet Saturn, which in ancient times was considered a central celestial body, even referred to as the central sun. According to this line of thought, Saturn, in its primordial state, might have emitted plasma ejections or undergone an energetic event that resulted in visible formations in the Earth's sky. These formations, seen by ancient humans, were interpreted as divine phenomena and encoded in mythology and art. Dr. Peratt believes the squatter man reflects one such toroidal structure, a visual artefact of plasma physics rather than an abstraction or an deity. The very core of Peratt's hypothesis is rooted in plasma cosmology, an alternative framework for understanding the universe that emphasises the role of plasma and electromagnetic forces over traditional gravity-dominated models. In this paradigm, large-scale plasma phenomena could have dramatic visual and physical impacts on planetary systems. Dr. Peratt's laboratory experiments have demonstrated how high-energy plasma discharges could form symmetrical, anthropomorphic shapes that closely resembled petroglyph figures. These discharges, amplified by the Earth's magnetic field, would have appeared on a planetary scale, dominating the ancient sky for days, weeks, months, years, decades, maybe even millennia. And this would explain why the squatter man figure appears consistently across cultures that had no prior contact with each other. The squatter man and similar petroglyphs represent more than just artistic depictions. They serve as a window into humanity's shared experience of awe, fear, and reverence for the cosmos. Dr. Peratt's work reframes these carvings not as abstract symbols, but as scientific observations made by ancient people. If his hypothesis is correct, then these carvings are among humanity's earliest records of plasma physics, predating modern scientific understanding by many millennia. Critics argue that interpreting petroglyphs as plasma events requires making assumptions about the visibility of such phenomena and their interpretation by ancient humans. Additionally, plasma cosmology itself remains a controversial framework, with many scientists favouring standard cosmological models based on general relativity and the Big Bang Theory. However, the undeniable visual similarities between plasma formations and petroglyphs lends weight to Anthony Peratt's theory, prompting further interdisciplinary study. Anthony Peratt's groundbreaking interpretation of the squatter man petroglyph as a manifestation of a toroidal plasma field. This challenges traditional understandings of ancient rock art and mythology. By linking these petroglyphs to large-scale cosmic events, Anthony Peratt's work bridges the gap between science and mythology, offering a new lens through which to view ancient history. Whether or not his hypothesis gains universal acceptance, it underscores the importance of interdisciplinary approaches to unravelling the mysteries of our past. The squatter man, far from being a mere abstraction, may well be humanity's earliest attempt to record the extraordinary interplay between the planet Earth and the solar system. The winged sun disk of antiquity is the planet Saturn going supernova, and the squatter man petroglyph is the son of God, the son of Saturn, the toroidal field.